Are you happy? Well,
This is your lucky day because
the things I'm about to share with you, if they don't make any change in your life, nothing will. Let's get right into it. First of all, you need to get honest about what being unhappy means to you. This is because being unhappy is relative. Maybe it's because you're not doing well at school, maybe because you come from a poor background, maybe because you don't have good health, maybe because you're not where you thought you would be, maybe because I don't know, you have to sit down and really pinpoint what you defined as not being happy. And you don't have to rush this part. Take your time and search within yourself and ask yourself questions. That's what I do. I literally have a book where I write about the things I want to do, the things I want to be, what has gone wrong, what went right. It's more like, I would call it journaling. Yes, I think that's what I'm gonna call it. But it's simply for me to look at myself from an outside perspective, instead of, going to talk to someone and then your secrets spilling out there, or paying for expensive therapy. You can just view yourself from a third person's perspective by writing things down about yourself and then reading it and analyzing what you can do better. You can ask yourself questions like, what exactly is draining me? What am I avoiding? When do I mostly feel like myself? Or what parts of my life feels heavy? Those kind of questions, and then answer them according to what you feel whilst you are asking yourself those questions, and be truthful to yourself, because it's not going to be graded. You're not going to be graded. No, don't lie to yourself. Answer it honestly and truthfully so you can get the most out of what I am sharing with you. The second one is you need to define your direction. Now, this might sound like, the cliche, what do you want to be in the next 10 years? What do you want to be in the next 15 years? What do you want to be in the next 20 years? And then you go like, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor. No, it sounds like that, but it's not like that. It's more about not asking yourself, what do I want to become in the next 10 years? It's more about, what kind of person do I want to become? Because that is actually very important. What kind of person do you want to become? Do you want to become an irresponsible person? Do you want to become a lazy person? Do you want to become a selfish person? I'm guessing you don't want to be all those things. No, please don't be that, because we need less of those in our society. Basically, go deep into yourself and try to identify yourself as what you want to be. Imagine that, God forbid, but let's say, imagine you were leaving this world and going to your place of rest. What do you want to be remembered as? I hope my videos are not watched by psychopaths, and I hope you're not saying, okay, you want to be, yeah, you know what I mean, but you want to be remembered for something good. For example, if you tell yourself, okay, you know what, going down the line, when I'm 40, 50, 60 and old and gray, I want to be a very stable person. I want to be someone who is dependable. I want to be someone who is confident, who's reliable. Then you can actually start working towards it. You can program your mind, because from my point of view, that's actually what I believe in. I believe that human beings, we are basically made of like codes in a way, okay, don't misunderstand me, but we work just like computers, just that we have free will and all that. And since you have free will, you can consciously, right, program yourself to be something that you're not. That's why we're able to say fake it till you make it. It has its positive and negative connotations, but that also helps. What you feed your brain constantly becomes your reality. So if you tell yourself, I want to be a dependable person, that means you start cultivating the habits. You start showing up for people. You start putting yourself out there for people to depend on you. If you say you want to be someone who is financially stable, and you start cultivating the habit to learn more about finance, how to manage your finances, what you need to know, what you need to do. Because if you don't define this, you keep reacting to life instead of shaping it. So yes, get to know what kind of direction do you want to take. The third one is you need to build identity and not just goals. The third one actually follows the second one, which is you need to define your direction. Most people fail because they chase outcomes instead of identity. So instead of saying, oh, I want to be successful, I want to be rich, I want to be that, you should actually think about being, okay, I want to be someone who is consistent. I want to be known for my consistency. I want to be known as someone who starts something and finishes the thing. Because once you build that brand, or once you build that identity for yourself, it's more like you know, passing out a law and binding yourself to it. That, okay, say I go like, I'm never going to be late. I'm someone who always shows up early at an event. Do you know what's going to happen? What's going to happen is, no matter what, I would bend heaven and earth to make sure that anytime I have to attend an event, I will show up on time, because that is the kind of identity I want to be known for. Well, I'm not saying that's what. Yeah, you get what I mean. Okay, moving on. Fourth one is you should fix your daily system. This is everything, because I keep saying that little drops of water makes a mighty ocean, and it's the tiny little horrible horrendous habits that you keep doing every day that's what literally shaping your entire landscape, your entire view on life, and probably what's making you unhappy. So you need to fix your daily system. Life is basically your habits in a loop. You repeating things over and over again, you repeating actions over and over. It's what life is all about. Think about it. The sun rises and the sun sets. It's repeating, right? So what you do during this entire loop, that's what sums up to what your life in totality is. But this can actually be a little bit overwhelming, and I understand. I think sometimes I do find myself in such situations, but I have come in terms with not doing the big things like waking up at 5 a.m. consistently trying to go to the gym. No, what I do is, and I'm sharing with you, is you have to start small but have non-negotiables. For example, moving your body every 20 minutes. And using myself as an example, I remember I used to have, I still do, but I was really worse at a point where I had a lot of back pain, and I had to make the conscious effort to move myself, try and exercise my joints, try and like warm up my body. I did start seeing some improvements when I was consistent with it. So you have to set yourself up for success by fixing some non-negotiables. Tell yourself, I'm gonna do this small tiny thing no matter what, repeatedly. And it might seem small, but what you are doing is you're building a habit. You're cultivating the skill to being consistent at something. People keep saying, okay, you need to be motivated. You don't need motivation, because sometimes I don't have any form of motivation. But because I know I have to do this, I do it. You need structure, and you certain break can actually be overwhelming. And the beautiful thing about the brain is the brain seeks comfort. Yeah, I know. It's like the brain was programmed to work against us or something, but you have to train the brain. In as much as the brain seeks comfort, right? You have to start little, telling the brain, okay, this is okay, this is fine, until the brain actually gets used to it, and then it becomes you. The brain starts identifying, your brain starts identifying itself as hardworking, as consistent, as superhuman. You can do this. The fifth one, which is actually my favorite, is removing what is holding you back. Yes, if you're able to do 1 and 2 and 3, you will be able to identify the things that are holding you back. It can be people, it can be social media, it can be movies, anime, since I like watching anime. It can be anything. It can be sugar, it can be food. Remove them, or else you will keep being unhappy, and you don't want that for yourself. You don't want to end your life being unhappy, and this requires honesty. I know this requires honesty. If you are in a bad relationship and you're unhappy, do you need me to spell it out to you? Remove. you're lying to yourself. Why do you want to lie to yourself? Lie to someone else. Don't lie to yourself. No, wait. Lying is bad. Don't lie. Be honest. Be honest with yourself and be honest with people around you. You don't hate yourself. So remove the things that are keeping you back. Remove the things that are keeping you unhappy. The sixth one is you need to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. When you actually start training your brain, when you actually start training yourself to be consistent with something, or to be disciplined, your body might feel the ache. Like, oh, what are we doing? Why are we waking up at 5 a.m.? Why are you reading this book? Oh, I'm suffocating. No, yes. You need to actually get comfortable with that uncomfort. And you can only do that by being conscious of it. For example, when I actually started going back to reading books, there was a time where I loved reading books a lot, and then I got technical by going into a field that demanded more of analysis and all that, and I found myself reading less, and I told myself, okay, I had to jump back on reading books, because why not? And I realized there was a point where when I started going back to reading books, the pain, the torture. I could spend hours just reading a single page, but you know what? I didn't give up. I didn't put the book down because it felt uncomfortable. Yeah, I did sit down for hours just trying to read a page. I realized, okay, sitting in that discomfort for hours, for so many days, weeks, months, my brain, my body, my mind got used to it. Eventually, it was, okay, we can do 1 page. Okay, let's do 2 pages. Okay, 7. Okay, let's finish this book. And that is how you actually build that momentum, by being comfortable with uncomfort. So say, for example, you don't like cooking. I don't know, try microwaving something. Try microwaving food. Like, try finding easy things to do that you like, right? And eventually your brain decides, okay, this isn't bad. And that is how you actually start building mastery of something. Try something new. Trying something new actually feels scary, and I understand, and I'm with you on that. But it is better than staying stuck. And staying stuck actually comes with a much higher cost. And at the end of the day, when you actually think about it, it's about choosing your heart, choosing what kind of discomforts you want for yourself. The 7th one is you need to track your life like it matters. Ultimately, it's more about intentionality. You have to be intentional about yourself. Track your life like it matters. At the end of the day, you have to reflect. You have to ask yourself, okay, what did I do well? What went wrong last week? What went wrong this week? What went wrong today? And what can I improve tomorrow? No judgments. Just be aware of it and track yourself, track your progress. The last one, my second favorite, is that you have to give yourself time, grace, and just be consistent. Time solves all things. Seriously. Time, I think time is God's gift to man. It's just a beauty phenomenon, because with time, things get better. The beautiful thing too is that we have limited time, and that in itself should help you build some sort of urgency in your life. You will not remain 20 forever. You will not remain 30. You will not remain a teenager forever. You would eventually grow old and sadly leave the face of this earth. So it's more about starting now. It is never too late. It is never too late. Whatever age you find yourself in right now, tell yourself, okay, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something small. I'm gonna do something tiny, teensy, weensy bit to change my state. Even if it's you sweeping your room or cleaning your bathroom or arranging your books. Tell yourself you're going to change something today. Something small. And something small the next day. And something small the day after that day. And that is what leads to excellence. That is what leads to a life that is full of fulfillment. I have to be honest with you, you're not going to feel like a new person overnight. You're not going to feel like Superman or, ooh, I'm a brand new person overnight. No, it has to happen gradually. And you need to give yourself the time, the space, the grace to do that. I need to let you know that if you show up for yourself daily, consistently, you are going to experience change. And if you do this, you will start feeling that your life is actually changing and you're going into the state of mind that you want to be in. I wish you all the best, and hopefully you get happy, stay happy. Bonus points. You need faith. Yes. You need to believe in a higher power, because at the end of the day, our lives actually, we didn't just happen. You need to have faith in something bigger than you, because that is what inspires hope. That is what gives you the fuel, the energy to know that, okay, it can be better. I'm done. Bye. And wait, hold on. Please subscribe and like my video so this can be shown to other people. Bye for the very last time. Bye.